Welcome everybody, episode 3 of the Work Rate Podcast. I'm your boy Big Chill the Trillist, and it's my boy.
I'm the legendary Sonny G, Sonny with O. Now you on not stripper.
I know, and this, hey, we're here to talk about all things wrestling. Let's go. You feel me? Gotta start off before we get into the big thing, which is more WWE releases. You feel me? Including probably one of the biggest letdown ever in history. You feel me? He kind of good. You know what? Why? Let's just get into it right now because it's on my mind too as well. How in the hell is WWE releasing one of the greatest tag teams in history? The New Day? Like, after they made this great heel turn, one of the greatest heel turns of 2025 or last decade, to be honest. And now they are no longer with WWE. What the hell?
I think they couldn't find nothing to do with them. They really didn't know what to do with them. But besides the greatest heel turn, let's just look at, first off, the New Day was put together because back in 2014, they couldn't figure out nothing to do with these three black performers. They couldn't figure out nothing to do with Big E, even though he had all the size and athleticism. They couldn't figure out nothing to do with Kofi, even though Kofi had been with them at this point for like 8-9 years and has been showing them he was one of the most athletic people on the roster. He was a multi-time Intercontinental champion, a multi-time United States champion. He was like on par with the Miz. They couldn't find nothing to do with Xavier Woods because he just didn't fit any of the molds that they were trying to, they were pigeonholing black wrestlers. Yeah. So, I'll never forget, I will never forget, I was sitting watching, I can't remember whether it was SmackDown or Raw, but I'll never forget, it was that episode where Kofi had lost, and Big E and Xavier ran into, they interfered in the match. Mm-hmm. And that's when Xavier had given that speech in that suit talking about something. You're never going to get anywhere in this company by shaking hands and kissing babies. Yeah. So we all thought, like, oh, we don't get a new Nation of Domination? Is that what's about to happen?
Yeah, I remember that.
Fun fact, I met Xavier Woods at Dragon Con that same summer. This was before New Day had dropped. He's wearing, I got a picture, I'll post it up. He's wearing this Krang outfit. He was Krang at Dragon Con. I'm talking about, so he had like little Krang guts, the big ear and all that. And so I asked him, I was like, hey man, what's that thing you doing with WWE with Kofi and Big E? He's like, you just don't have to wait and see. Mm-hmm. And then so when they finally dropped, I hated the New Day at first.
I thought they were too positive myself. I like, what is it? Pillar of positivity. Like, God damn, how positive can you be?
It was just really, I felt it was like corny and coonish, and you know what I'm saying? I was like, what is all this unicorns and pancakes and all this? But then I started taking it. I realized what it really was. It was, showing black people can be joyous. Black people can be ourselves. They started bringing like Dragon Ball Z flavor. You know what I'm saying, to the ring.
All the costumes and you feel me, the cosplay and So let me ask you this: what would you say is your favorite New Day moment?
Sir,
you have one. So I can tell you mine.
I can run down the top 10 for you. My absolute favorite though. I every couple months I go back and rewatch the tag team gauntlet match that got Kofi to Kofi Mania.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Like the gauntlet match that Kofi had to do the week before is a good match. But the one where Xavier and Big E had to fight on his behalf, when the Usos forfeit, well, I'm a grown ass man, I'm gonna tell you, I cry like a baby.
That every time was classic.
When they get to the ring and Big E can barely stand, and they're like, get him up, Usos, get his ass up, Usos. And then right when they ring the bell, and the Usos go, we don't win the war, but nobody deserves this more than Kofi, so we forfeit. I'm like, yeah. But then they have Daniel Bryan and Eric come out.
Yeah, I remember they had that tag.
And then they pin him against the table, and it runs out of time, bro.
That was a classic moment. But you all know my classic moment today. It's completely different than yours. Mine was when they had the Booty-O's box of cereal sitting on JoJo's ass. It's sitting so perfectly on that ass. And they do it too. They was just like, Booty-O, we JoJo knew it. You ain't booty. And they had that box sitting on her ass. And they all had that smirk like, yeah.
My thing is, no disrespect to Bray, and No disrespect to Bray, but once he left this earth, you just knew her DMs blew. Because nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody was going to try to holler at her as long as Bray was around because everybody respected Bray. But once Bray was out of here, everybody was like, so, we know you want mourning, but
I can't lie, I tried to. You feel what I'm saying? I can't lie.
I tried everything in my power to help you, if you hit up JoJo, bro, if you need somebody to play the violin outside of wherever she was staying at the Omni or whatever next time they're in town, bro, I will YouTube the hell out of violin.
Hey, JoJo, you feel me? If you need to show the crowd, I'm here. I'll just spit the break. I'll just let you know, shoot my shot.
So be right outside her room talking with Bray Steen. But no, another classic New Day moment for me is when The Rock finally like introduced himself to him. And so we're in the middle of the PG era.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? They had, and so many times they had already like pushed the boundaries of PG themselves.
Yeah.
But when he came out and told them they were wearing llama penises, said, y'all come out with a bunch of llama penises, and they're in the ring like, you can say this? You can say this?
Yeah, that was classic. Another one of my favorite New Day moments was the WrestleMania, where you thought, they were hosting WrestleMania, and you really thought that they were about to interrupt themselves, and I think it was a 3-way, making a 4-way match, but then they ended up changing up like, woo, 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 and then the Hardys came out, I think it wasn't like the big rumors like you were now, so it was a big surprise that, he was excited to see the Hardys back and win the tag team, and New Day to give that tag team championship to the Hardys. So, big shout out to New Day. Hey, wish y'all much success on all your future endeavors. I think y'all really need to go to AEW. I'll just be honest, and I would love to see the New Day versus Young Bucks.
That's what I was about to ask you. I was about to ask you, who would be your dream AEW match with them?
Oh, Young Bucks, hands down. To be honest, even FTR would be a great match. It's a lot. At this point, especially with them releasing the New Day, AEW just has a better tag team division.
Oh, so much for sure. They really do.
Like WWE now just got stars paired up together and call themselves a tag team. Like, I like R-Truth, I like Damian Priest. They made them together and now they tag team champions. But once again, other than the joke with the Judgment Day, they ain't really got no history together. Not like the New Day. And, like I said, even they go to Motor City Machine Gun. So it's just.
Which one was the point of bringing them in?
Yeah, they brought them in just to let them go. So.
Bro, Aleister Black and Zelina Vega gave them another superstar just to let them go.
Same shit. The Karrion Kross Scarlett, you feel me? So they build up. Hey, it's something I hear about TKO just didn't like Dark Gibbons. So I don't know what the hell wrong with TKO because Dark Gibbons are my favorite. That's why I'm a big fan of Bray Wyatt and The Fiend because I love the Dark Gibbons. You feel me? Undertaker. Not everybody is happy sunshine to watch WWE. I like dark shit. All right.
But that's crazy though, because they would never bring in Willow one night together. They would be like, oh, Willow's
too. Even though she's a great wrestler, I would love to have Willow on the podcast. I love her. You feel me? Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
My dream AEW match would be Jet Speed versus New Day. Kevin Knight.
That would be that would be high intensity, yeah.
And rest.
Yeah, you feel me? I love rest too.
But wait. Private Party.
Oh, Private Party, man. You feel me? To me, Private Party was I don't know why they thrown it down, but they were one of the rushiest tag teams, like ever. Shot. And then you got, dude making, he kept on making noise and shit. And then dude come down there freaking the ring and shit, rolling over and like hunching into the ring. I'm about to say, that's the ratchet.
Remember when AEW first came out, everybody pretty much like freaked some part of their like, what was it? Dave Garcia, you know what I'm saying? Was doing the air dance. Freaking Private Party was freaking a little.
The hunching there, rolling over, hunching. I'm like, this is ratchet as hell. But I love it. You feel me? So, but yeah, you feel me? keep going. Once again, let's talk about this week of wrestling. You know, like I said, there were other releases too as well. Like I said, they let go of, man, you feel me? It was, damn, you feel what I'm saying? Now I forgot all that. You feel
I
me?
never say once I heard New Day, I forgot everybody else.
New Day, oh yeah, Loa, you feel me? Which I get why we kept talking. He showed a little bit more personality now, especially with him going against Solo. But Loa,
you don't even remember.
Yeah,
you're not gonna remember he gone.
Yeah, he wasn't even saying too much. And then it was JC Mateo. You feel me? Yeah, you know, he had to sign Jeff Cobb. You feel me? They brought him in the bloodline. So, you feel me? Yeah, you know what I mean?
And to be honest, he didn't even fit. Because Jeff Cobb isn't, even though he's Samoan, he's not one of the Samoan dynasty Samoans. So,
yeah,
they just.
Right. You know, he wasn't really the family tree, but he made a family tree. You know?
So, like, he really should have had his own thing. Like, I hate when they take a wrestler who has their own thing on and they just throw him in a faction where it's like, no. They did the same thing with Brian Cage.
I remember, yeah, the Team Tag.
Yeah, it's like, no, bro, Brian Cage just needs to
be the Wolverine. Supposed to have been out there just because that dude bigger than motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? He should have been out there winning championships from day one. So
and Jeff Cobb is the same way. Jeff Cobb is like Powerhouse Hobbs. Like basically them, all them big beefy dudes you should have come in and just, if you're not gonna have them like immediately going towards titles, they should just be beating people up and then just like leaving. They shouldn't be cutting promos.
Yeah.
They should just be beating folks up and then going off
screen and just add that mystique of this danger. So
right, like we should, like several months later, when we should be like, oh, so that's why he's been beating up. Oh, he's been wanting the Intercontinental Championship. Okay, but nah, we don't know why he's been putting people in the hospital.
But when you look at him, he look like he put people in the hospital. So
because that's what it was back in the day. Back in the day, wrestling would just be slamming people. Like every Saturday, every week, you'd be like, oh, somebody just got put through the windshield of a Ford Focus. And that would be real specific. So be like, why is it a Ford Focus? Why is somebody being put through a windshield of a Ford Focus every week on Raw? And then somebody would just be like, yeah, I've been putting you through a Ford Focus because I want you to focus on me as your opponent.
Yeah.
It's Sunday, like, oh, okay. All right.
You feel me? Yeah. So, but yeah, let's get into Monday Night Raw. You feel me? Monday Night Raw overall to you. Some of the highlights you already know. You had Jacob Fatu and the OTC, and yeah, you feel me? That was intense. I didn't expect Jacob to snap like he did, but you know, I mean, snap Brad Roman with the tongue of down. I ain't seen that in so long. I didn't know what the hell he do. I thought he was choking about like, bitch, give me your money, Roman. For a second, so.
You got to be a real old school wrestling fan to understand the significance of that move.
Yeah, you really do. You feel me? So, and Roman went down. He was selling it great. You feel me? Went all the way down. And, you know, like I said, Jacob was reversed. He was talking shit to Roman while he was choking that nigga like, I want everything. You got everything. You're not my trouble chief. You're not my trouble chief. So that was classic, you know. Definitely build up, you know, and like I said, Roman ended up agreeing to the match at Backlash, which is this Saturday. You feel me? Let me ask you this. What match are you most excited about for Backlash being Saturday?
Honestly, and I know it's goofy, but Miz and Kit Wilson versus Danhausen and his mystery.
Why, man? Why me too? Why me too? I'm going to tell you something. I'm glad you mentioned Danhausen too. First off, before we get in there, I will let you get to that. You feel me? But I was starting to believe the Danhausen curse is fucking real. Because once again, when he cursed Stephen A. Smith, and he said, you know, hey, I'm putting that you are cursed to the Knicks, and the fucking Hawks went on that run, I was like, okay. But the fact that the fan bade him to uncurse the Knicks and to curse the Hawks, and we take the worst ass whooping in playoff history. They gotta be Danhausen at this point. The curse is real.
Nah, that was crazy. Like, cause you know, I work for a radio station. I can't say, but I remember I stayed at one of my producers. I was like, I don't know if you know much about wrestling, but there's a wrestler who curses sports teams. And he cursed our opponents at first, and the fan paid him, and now he cursed us. Like, you might want to say, but it showed up. somebody, like, people was calling in. They was like, hey, man, I want to talk about this Danhausen curse. Like, I told y'all, bro, I can't be discounting professional wrestlers.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. So, once again, you gotta, hey, Dan, I'm sorry to truly believe that you are cursed. Because that was so embarrassing as an Atlanta Hawks fan. Like, oh my God. You feel me? Like,
one thing I want to point out about Danhausen is I'm so glad he's one of the few people that he translates better in WWE than he did in AEW.
I agree.
Because I didn't understand his appeal in AEW, just to be honest. Like, I didn't get a chance.
I didn't even, to be honest. I didn't, because he's not a wrestler. He don't need to wrestle. He is like a version of R2 that can last for years, doing comic relief, whatever it is called again. You feel me? But yeah.
A better version of Boogie, well, not better version, but like, Boogie Man wrestled, but it was like, for the backstage segments, like, I didn't want to be grossed out. I didn't want to see, just the worms. They were trying to get him to do funny stuff, and it was like, that's not funny, that's just gross.
Yeah, it was gross and weird.
But Danhausen is actually funny.
He really is. And I really can't wait to see more segments with him and R2 together. I think every time it'll be comic relief. I love how they drive him, Damian Priest crazy with this too. You feel me? Yeah. He's Oscar. Yeah. He's Oscar 1 million. He's Danhausen, and now Damian Priest is like, like, what the hell? You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what I mean? But, yeah, great character.
But yeah, I just, because in AEW, like I said, I did not really get it. But, so now in WWE, I'm totally sold on every week. I found myself saying, even the monies.
Me too. I was like, between everybody. And that was so funny. I don't know if you see when he was driving down the car, people were actually throwing money inside his car.
Yeah.
Like, for real. He was like, oh, everybody said
what do you do? Take $40,000 out of the men's suitcase, call it $400 human money.
So, yeah, you feel me? Great. He should just be convoluted. So I'm excited about that match too. I think it's gonna be funny more than anything. Once again, Danhausen doesn't have to be a real wrestler. He just keep doing what he's doing, cursing and some crazy shit continue to happen every time he curse somebody. And I think people will just be entertained for years to come.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's a good way to bring back, mysticism in wrestling, because since they messed it up by not letting Bray beat Undertaker when that should happen.
Yeah.
So we could have at least kept the whole mysticism part going. Now we at least have a character where they're even making fun of it. Like when the lights didn't go out, but he's stuck away.
He's like, he's just like he's stuck away with the lights on. It's hilarious.
So the audience is a joke, but we can still do the whole. Oh wait, the curse calls the fireworks. So the curse calls it's a good way to still be in on the joke, but we can still have that fun we used to have back when the Undertaker was making the lights go out, Kane was making the fireworks go off and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree. So. You feel me? Don't curse me. Don't curse me. Don't curse this show. You feel me? So, yeah. But, yeah, you know what I mean? What were some of your highlights for Monday Night Raw as well? Other ones?
The crazy thing about Raw and SmackDown are starting to bleed together to me because of
the alternating shows and everything, yeah.
Because, like you said, Fox 2 he showed up on both, and daggone, you know what I'm saying? Because the Usos, like, it's because everybody keeps showing up. No, but I'm loving the callers. Like, the fact is that once Rick, because I ain't gonna lie, I did not automatically assume Ethan Page was going to have, like,
the appeal that he has in his team, and he's finally getting that. And that's what I like about Ethan Page. Him and Miro get together because that's Ethan Page's character. He always attaches to somebody. Yeah, you feel me? So I think they would be a great tag team together too. To be honest, once again, Miro's the brain, what do you call it, the brawn, and Ethan's the brain.
So it's funny that you still call it a Miro. You still call him by his AEW
that's
name.
right. It's Rusev.
Rusev.
I love the Rusev. And you can still hear people chat Rusev. That was the big thing. I think they should bring it back eventually. But
Rusev. But he was a face.
Yeah. And dude was singing too. That was the other thing that made it.
Oh yeah.
He needed to bring back. The dude for the fun villain. You feel me? He's a not so TNA now. You feel me?
Sure.
80, yeah. You feel me? I forgot what they call him now.
There was so many guitar niggas in succession for a while. We had Bob the dude, we had Elijah. Yeah, bro, we had so many like guitar dudes for like a good
Honky Tonk Man. It's all
Kurt Angle for a good minute.
Jeff Jarrett. Yep. All everybody's like hit with a guitar. So anybody with a guitar, you know they will hit somebody. You feel me? So yeah.
Real quick, best guitar shot.
Best guitar shot. That is a good one. What is yours? I'll tell you right.
Jeff Jarrett to Mae Young.
Ooh, that was a good one. You feel me?
First off, I think that was the one time he didn't bring a fake guitar. I feel like he went right to Guitar Center. I was like, let me the sturdiest oak guitar you got. I'm hitting a 90-year-old woman.
And he came, Mae Young was always on the list of old chick too, and she would take the box and hit like it was nothing.
Every other guitar he hit somebody with like was split a certain way. Mm-hmm. That guitar he hit Mae Young with just stayed solid for like 2 or 3 good hits before it split apart. And she really sat there and took them hits. Like shout out to Mae Young.
So I said she was a tough old lady.
But yeah, he hit the fuck out of her with that guitar. Man.
Oh man, I think one of my best guitar shots would probably be Elias and Kevin Owens, and they was, he was all there talking this and that, and Elias and Kevin Owens actually took the guitar, cracked the hell out of Elias. I mean, that shit shattered. So yeah, you feel me? But yeah, you feel me? Other Monday Night Raws, like I said, yeah, Ethan Page. You had the Vision. You still got the Joe Henry concert, which was hilarious as well. How could we forget? Like, I don't know if you see the backstage shit on the interview, but literally Joe Henry was talking to Logan Paul back there in the back, like, hey, like everything's all good. Like, literally right before we go out back to meet you, happy to be here. You inspire me. Then he gets out and starts singing the song. And what was it? Paul, Fire Logan Paul. Fire Logan Paul. It's a classic.
And Joe Hendry just has a way of just turning stuff into an instant bop. Because
yes,
at first I was not singing along. I was like, oh, come on.
I found myself singing along too. Run, fire, Logan Paul.
Right. I was like, damn. I kind of just turned into a bop on me.
Yes. Fire, Logan Paul. But yeah, then on the court, Logan Paul, Austin Theory came down. Like I said, I guess that's the next few. But I think it's a great way to start, because Young OG actually came out and helped Joe Henry, and then they had a moment where they did the flip thing, smile. So I thought that was entertaining. So you feel me? Any other moments of Raw that you remember?
I'm trying to remember a good women's moment. I'm trying to.
So the women's
because there was a debut.
It wasn't Fatal Influence on Friday.
Somebody debuted Monday.
It was actually a match. It was Brie Bella and Paige. They actually had a message at Charlotte and
Alexa.
Yeah, you feel me? And Oscar came down and got involved. And yeah,
that's what it was. The We Want Kyrie chant.
Oh yes, everybody. Hey, I feel you. Yeah, you feel me, Kyrie. I hope you understand what I'm saying, but I appreciate you for real.
Oh, see, first off, Kyrie was you know what I'm saying? Like, so as somebody who spent 3 years in Japan, the crazy part is, so there was this little section, our homeboy Black is a DJ could attest to this. There was this little section in the late 2000s where Black people was obsessed with Japanese culture. I mean, the anime sort of thing happened. Like, the beginning of it was us getting into Japanese culture, but then there was also, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like when Nick first came out as far as Super Barbie and all that. And then there's also very obsessed with our culture too, if you go over there. Like, they're very obsessed with our culture. So you'll see parts of Japan that are like the hood. Like, somebody, it's almost like they have spies come over and be like, all right, so what y'all got? Y'all got
hi, y'all living.
You feel me? So y'all got 2 gas stations, Checkers, churches. all right, yeah, we're just gonna do the same thing over here. So sometimes I feel like Kyrie is that kind of Japanese.
Yeah.
I feel like she comes from whatever part of Japan is the hood of Japan.
And I'm just gonna miss the moments Oscar was genius with the whole Kyrie, and she was jumping all this other shit. That was like, how you gonna take people find that entertaining? I don't know why they took that away from us, but yeah, you feel me?
I ain't gonna lie, you know what really always kills me about making cuts? The people who keep their jobs.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
but I don't know because I don't at this point. Who would you release? Who?
I love the LWO, but why?
Yeah.
Why Berto why Berto and them still there? Like, okay, I got to play. Like, why are they still in WWE though? Like, why?
I think they're in WWE because they can with them purchasing AAA. I can see that now because they've been spending more priority time down there, which makes sense now. Now, what I don't understand is why they got almost big ass still in AAA. He should have been back dominating the scene in WWE and on Monday Night Raw, SmackDown. For him to be on AAA doesn't make no sense. Most of the luchadors, it's not going to be a luchador nowhere near his side. He needs to be here.
Once again, it'll be kind of like the Samurai, the ninja shit. It just wouldn't last that long. Because once again, you'll know there's 7'4" black guys and stuff in wrestling. You would know. And even when
you had the ninja man with that whole stuff, you know,
right? We know,
yeah. But yeah, that was Monday night in the home. You feel what I'm saying? I'll say, look, it was. I say, but it was better than it. But you feel me? You know, no, it's progressive.
Yeah, because the one after WrestleMania was not as good as it should have been. So this one was kind of a step up.
So now we'll get on NXT. You feel what I'm saying? NXT was, yeah, they're cooking. They're bringing new talent in now. I'm excited to see all the new talent that they got coming in. See Big Eagle make his debut from New Japan and stuff, and the way he came in. But
I'm waiting to see what dumbass they give you.
yeah,
You know they don't like to keep nobody's name. And you know, Eagle don't fit with the brand. WWE likes to do dumb things where they keep your name similar, not quite. I'm willing to bet they just changed the letters around, and he ends up being like 5.
ooh. I wouldn't be mad, but I like Big Eagle, but I can see wow. You feel me? Now the question is, are they gonna dumb down his chest in this collection? So we have to see. But yeah, you feel me? You also had what you call it,
Will Cruz.
Yeah, Will Cruz.
Which I didn't know nothing about him, but as soon as first off, I ever see a 300-pound person execute a perfect moonsault, I immediately go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, bro, he was your size.
Yeah, perfect moonsault. They really didn't know who he was. That a fan?
Right. I was at the same thing about that. He was very, very
Yeah, like,
I don't see him getting arrested, so he must be part of the show. You feel me? So yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, NXT, you know, like I said, they definitely after all the call-ups they have, they're definitely trying to fill in the new stuff. You had Lizzie Ryan coming up there looking like something from the '80s and stuff like that as well and stuff, and getting a big win, and you know. You got people from Evolve and everything, you know, like Callie Armstrong. Like Callie, hey.
So I'm saying, even you said, I'm saying, Callie, if you ever want to come on, you want to go live, you just want to change the year.
Hey, I'm here for it. You feel me? Callie, we can take it. But, you know, my kid, she could never outdo you, Taylor. I'm just trying to let you know, I thought it was going to be a moment where y'all was going to actually get swinging on there for a second. That would have been a lot more entertaining. But maybe that's coming up. We'll see. You feel me?
I'm trying to figure out whether I hate or I love thick on thick violence.
Hate on thick violence. Because sometimes I'll be like, no, that's not like, yeah. I guess it's a in us.
No, don't feel like that.
No, but yes. Oh, yeah.
No, kick out.
Oh, man. So, yeah. You feel me? So, NXT, you know, it was like I said, I love to see the new call ups and the new talent. But yeah, they were pretty entertaining. You feel me? Highlight for me would definitely probably be just the call ups in general. You know, just to see the new talent and everything that's going on with them. And once again, actually, the main event was actually pretty entertaining too as well. Damn, you feel me? How did I forget already?
I missed that. I had to go back and watch it.
Yeah, you feel me? I get hot, but it was entertaining either way. So yeah, big shout out to NC callers, keep doing your thing. We going down into AEW. AEW Dynamite was actually very entertaining as usual. They always have great matches and great energy. Oh my God. The match with Darby and Brody? Man, you talk about big shout out to Darby. I knew that they fought a few times before. I was hoping they were gonna finally give Brody King his title opportunity, but I get it. Darby's just too hot right now, so
I love how they played up the whole, you get choked out every other time aspect, and he just this time there wasn't no choking him out. He was dirty. He showed his durability.
He showed us, and he had counters, everything. So great match. I love to see Chris Jericho back in his whole T-shirt. The person gets beat up every week by Ricochet on the man. You feel me? And I like the man too, man. I fuck with the man. Not only maybe because it's like I said, through black guys like the Hurt Business, and even though the Hurt Business and the man already had their feud, I still fuck with them and Ricochet to get up. Ricochet is a great heel. They're doing a better job with Ricochet than WWE.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then Bishop Khan and them are like actually good enforcers for them. Because Ricochet shit talk, let's be honest, it don't work everywhere. I guess it don't work in WWE because there's so many better shit talkers.
Ooh, shit, my bad.
But
fuck with this time?
for the very reason you just listed.
Woo, shit. Ooh, that Ric Flair. Woo! But yeah, AEW definitely doing a better job with Ricochet.
And see, you got a real nigga call. See, like I don't call like a real nigga. That's why I don't try to be on camera talking. Like if I call be over, I'm over here with an 85-year-old, you know what I'm saying, lung cancer patient. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be on camera like that. That's why I don't hit that shit. I'm just like, he be over here just all cool and shit. I'm like, I can't talk like that.
I'm a high functioning But yeah, you feel me? But yeah, like I said, AEW was great as usual. Like I said, seeing the FTR and Cage and Colt. Just to see Cage and Colt together, that's just nostalgia period. I really think they should have won the title the first time, but now that they're putting their so-called careers together, and that's what Edge wanted to do, to actually win the title with him, before he retired. So hopefully they probably give it to him in Dynasty now. I know they ain't go. Yeah, you can't fumble that AEW like WWE TKO fumbles did.
You know what's crazy to think about with them? They have not won a title since they were in WWE.
Exactly.
And that's been over 20 years. Like
they ain't even been tag team. Like I said, that's what made this start. They haven't even tagged together. And all the other brands, with TNA, all the other shows, they never tagged together. So
I was thought about that. I was like, yeah, I've never been able to call. Yeah, since they've been Edge and Christian.
Yeah, so just to see them back together is history in the making. And like I said, the whole career, they got to win. You just can't let one of the greatest tag teams in ever in history not win at least one title shot. FTR, goddamn. But yeah, you feel me? But yeah, then you had, like I said, the Carlos Shido and Chris Statlander and stuff. They lost their tag team opportunity against Divine Dominion. Hey, Divine Dominion. I don't know what it is about y'all, But maybe I just like, big women because I'm tall and I can deal with tall women. So yes, I know Lena Cross, you 6 feet tall. And Megan Bang, boy, yeah, that would be one tag team. 100 in the middle, and they can just toss me around, do whatever the hell they want with me. But yeah, I digress. But yeah, it was a great match. It was a great match. Just to see them, period. You feel me? And just to see them just dominate. I don't even know who's gonna take the title from me at this point. Like they could be the ladies tag team champions for a very long time. They were two huge women. You feel me? Like, God damn, like nobody is even fucking with this side of the street. So I don't know who's gonna take it from them. Honestly, it's up in the air. So I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna have to be maybe a tag team from the outside that we didn't even think about.
I like that we have Swerve on the hunt for Bandito.
Yeah, that was interesting. His whole promo, him kicking everybody out the bar, then you see Swerve. So it's interesting where that's gonna go as well.
That's another thing AEW is doing exceptionally well is that they're actually letting characters do character work.
Yeah,
like nothing is too goofy in AEW, or not even too goofy, but like Swerve is a bounty hunter. With a whole, they had to hire a whole cast of people to look like they was in a saloon fight.
I know it, right? Like this is some old real Wild West.
Yeah, they had to go to a desert. They had to, you know what I'm saying?
I know it. Go to a Wild West town with the old high noon shootout look.
they had to hire white people. They had to hire white dudes to go. Hey, we're gonna have this black dude come through in
all black.
Yeah.
And
act like he's gonna kick your ass for this promo we're doing. You cool with that? And they put it on wrestling.
Yeah.
Like WWE ain't doing that no more.
Exactly. Like to me, definitely hands down, AEW was the best decision Swerve could have made. You feel me? Like I said, I'm glad that he was first black champ. You feel me? I'm glad when he won, period. I think he needs another title run, but I think he got years to come where he's going to have.
I just need him to go back to his original thing.
I know, like, sir, hey, you feel, I don't know, the dude kind of hard, too. They're both dangerous.
It's hard.
Dangerous.
I can't do the Swerve dance to it.
Yeah, it's a little
I need to be able to do the
that's why I don't start doing the new shit when he be driving down dangerous. Like, he's a cowboy. You feel me? Like it's a real WWE match. Yeah, like I said, overall AEW was great. Like I said, my most memorable moment of Dynamite was hands down probably the Darby and the Darby and Brody King match. Yeah, you got a moment for a night for that? Or would you say the same?
I'm trying to think. Did Tony Storm do anything?
Nah, Tony Storm's still out of injury. You feel me? Rhea Shirakawa, we'll get into that in collision. She's kind of questioned now Statlander, and she got if her Shiva had something to do with her taking her out. Oh, to get into that, I think I know who took Tony Storm out now. You feel me? And I think they're gonna wait because look who's nagging back now. It has to be Mercedes Moné. I think that's the perfect way for them to both come back.
To bring them back.
Yeah, you feel me? And Mercedes Moné is the one who took out Tony Storm. So
especially since she lost all her, but since she went from being a belt collector to losing all.
Yeah, she did. She was like 13, 14 to 10. Like she went on the most unbelievable run of any champion. Like Mercedes, that's somebody else I would love to have on the show too. You feel me? And I know she like that gas, and we got that gas for you down here. So.
I mean, that is some stuff.
Exactly, that is Stu Curry. I've seen her in the Cookies Grow House and everything. And seen her with the bags. Like, yeah, you feel, hey, we got to get for it.
The crazy thing about when she was going around collecting all the titles is she was collecting titles and introducing promotions that we ain't even
heard of. I didn't either. I was just like, what?
The world women's
Mexican champion, Dominican champion, goddamn, the foot on neck champion,
the thick mixed light skin champion. Who promotes this?
Exactly. You feel me? The weed champion,
right?
You feel me? Like
the women's back shot champion. What? Who is she winning these belts from? Like, she had promotions that I was just like yo, I don't know. But now they obviously got more, you know what I'm saying, eyes on them.
Yeah.
So
So now we will get into Friday Night SmackDown. You feel what I'm saying? Oh man, you feel me? Now, especially after the releases shit, I guess it made sense why Solo just came out with Hika Lego, well, Tom or whatever. I still know it's Hika Lego. You feel what I'm saying? But after the release of the rest of his family tree, I guess that's all he got left. That in the way Tom Loga has been interested, kind of defied on him. It's just interesting where they're gonna go now. Because once he has a faction, they were too dominant. You got 5 of them. They other than the Wyatts, they didn't have nobody else to wrestle. So they had to break them up too, honestly.
I was like, all they had was 2 bloodlines. So it was like, let's keep running bloodline versus bloodline again.
Exactly. So yeah, you feel me? But like I said, my moment of the night SmackDown was definitely Jacob Fatu again, snapping on the like you do, snapping on the twins and everything. And like I said, him and just laying out everybody. You feel me? Showing that he's still the damn werewolf. So. And not to mention, the scene with him and Powerhouse Hobbs, you feel what I'm saying? Kind of like, hey, I'm from the streets, you from the streets, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to
we go back 10 years.
Exactly.
Remember when we got, I love that because it looked like an old 90s movie.
It really was.
You remember when we used to get your old 1989 hatchback with a door that needed locked, and we would ride 500 miles on two gallons of gas. We only had one Lucy between the 2 of us.
That's what they sound like, too. Like dudes talking at the liquor store.
Right.
Like, is that you, Justin? Man,
the only thing I just did not want to happen because I was waiting for it. I was just waiting because, they made it public that both of them have served jail time.
Yeah.
I was just hoping that they did not go, that they served together.
Yeah, that would have been far out the left field, to be honest. I would not have, I'm glad they didn't do that.
Yeah. That's not beyond Triple H to have done.
Yeah.
So I was just waiting for it. I was like, all right, we've known each other for a long time part, I can get behind. Yeah. We both from the streets part, I can get behind.
Not that we both served.
But if they was,
I was a cell bait and we had Shake talk about it, don't go that way. Please don't go that way.
Remember we was both in the cell block C. Like, no, see, now I got on. Yeah, so I'm glad they did. But yeah, that was a dope moment. It established it. Now we further down, we can get a tag team out of them.
Yeah. We
can get some great matches between the 2 of them.
Yeah, we can definitely be a long-term rival, friendship, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn type shit that you would pay to see. So they are 2 big dudes. You feel me? 2 meaty men. It's like big meaty men. It's like big Exactly. I love to see Ricky Stark's debut. I just feel like it should have got interrupted by Gunther a lot sooner. I didn't think he needed to lose that match. I think it should have been, you feel me?
But the fact that he used what's-his-face's moment, Cody, as his moment, like, I didn't expect that. Like,
I didn't either.
When he lost the championship Tuesday, that's what it was. Him versus, I forgot who he lost to. Shaho, right?
Yeah, you feel me?
So when he lost the championship to Shiloh, I didn't expect him to like come on Thursday and immediately get put immediately go like that. So then when they did the call back to AEW, what's different than the last time I faced him? And I had to think about that. I was like, wait a minute, I have to face him here.
That was a call back to AEW. I think Cody was the bottom or something, gave him a chance.
So last time I went to AEW, so now you can just okay, cool. So that's why I already immediately got to call him out. So I did like that. I like that Ricky immediately called him out, and that's how you made the moment. So that's how you immediately kind of push yourself.
You go right after the champ. You go right after the Golden Boy.
But the fact that we're now pivoting from Ricky to Gunther is also a dope one because Gunther needed. Let's face it, he needed a champion to go after.
And not to mention, he lost the first time against Cody Crown Trial Jewel. So that's something else you got to remember, too. So it's interesting. And I guess that's probably what they're going to announce on Friday, that they're probably going to have a match at Backlash. It kind of makes sense, you feel me? I don't see why they need to push it back any further because they already got history. Cody and Gunther. So that could be where it's going. So yeah, you know what I mean. But you also had you know what else did piss me off about SmackDown? They hyped up Blake Monroe's debut, and she was not there. I saw Instagram she was there, but I don't know why they took it off.
They gave us another bracket that said next week. Yeah. And let me tell you, I as a fan, first off, I was a fan of her Mariah May.
Yeah, oh man. To me, honestly, she had the best match of 2024. Her and Toni Storm, Hollywood ended probably the best match, not even just female match, but the best match of 2024, hands down. So even when she came in NXT, I was excited to see her because I knew that she could bring it and she could bring that woman from hell that I appreciate.
The only thing I didn't like is like WWE has got to stop trying to make sure that they change the names to the most. So first off, her name was already Mariah May in AEW, right?
Yeah.
So they wanted to make, they couldn't make her Mariah Monroe. So they could have kept her initials MM.
Yeah, that was it.
But the name is a Blake Monroe.
Yeah, that was so random.
So, but
I'm still ready to see her debut. You feel me? Like I said, I think she's gonna be. She just needs to be a top heel. To be honest, I feel like with her personality and what she can bring in the ring, and like I said, and how physical and bloody and how ruthless I know she can get. Yeah, I think she will be a great star and she will be a great heel, multi-time champion. Watch, you feel me?
Yep.
You feel me? So, but they didn't debut her, so that's
this Friday.
Yeah, you feel me? This Friday, so they hype me up for that.
And shout out for the fact that they blatantly, like, okay, she started off her AEW career as a blatant ripoff of Toni Storm's gimmick.
Yeah.
They were fighting over the gimmick.
Yeah.
She left AEW, and when she came to NXT, they just blatantly was like, yeah, we're going to keep using this.
Yeah.
So, and now that she's on SmackDown, they're like, we're still going to keep using this. Like, because they're doing that over there, so we're going to keep doing this over here. So she's still a blatant ripoff of Toni Storm's gimmick, and nobody can do anything about it.
I like the what he calls herself the glamour. I think that was good when she could have just left it like that. The glamour, you know, like you said, Mariah Monroe or something like that. But the glamour was actually genius. You feel me? Yeah, you feel me? Because she know how to sell. I'm a badass chick. You feel what I'm saying? I'm whoop your ass because I'm the woman from hell. You feel me? So, you know, yeah. So, but yeah, you know, you also had SmackDown, you know,
Axiom and Fraxium versus
R-Truth and
Priest.
Priest, yeah, you feel, which is a great match. You feel me? Fraxium doing their little things and all this other stuff, but I already knew they wasn't going to win. That was another tag team they need to be careful of being on top of the block just because they're not getting out there. So, yeah.
That's what, you know what? I come to the conclusion WWE doesn't like good tag teams. Like
they just like they just don't like smaller tag teams, but they don't like small mid tag teams. That you got to be huge and all this other stuff. They're typical.
They don't like small men, period.
Yeah,
which is why it's crazy. Like Carmelo Hayes, I'm a big fan, but bro, that US run is probably the best thing he's probably gonna do.
Oh man, don't say that because I hate, especially the way people chat. We want Melo. Don't say that. You feel? I get what you're saying.
I would love.
I don't want to jinx it. You feel me?
I would love for him to get a world title shot, but then for him to get a world title, like this is what ends up happening. Like how we had Kofi Mania. The only reason we had Kofi Mania was right.
Smaller guy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so the only way we get Carmelo Hayes in the title picture is if the champion is, Cody. Cody, but Cody might be about to lose to Gunther. So as soon as we get another big dude in there.
Yeah, because I don't see, once Gunther get that championship, boy, and he gonna put another lockhold on. I don't know who's left.
Yeah.
Who's gonna take it.
Once we got Gunther and Roman, we got some months before.
We probably gonna end up getting Gunther over though. You feel me? That would be just. But the question is that gonna be SummerSlam or WrestleMania type thing, or it might be Royal Rumble. You feel me? We have to see. But yeah,
I feel like Gunther versus Over is definitely gonna be WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But Gunther and Over as champion at the same time, we gonna see that. We'll probably see that. Yeah.
You feel me? But yeah, you feel me? Also, you had on SmackDown, like you said, the Danhausen and Kit Wilson, and yeah, and how the Miz was almost like giving up and all this other stuff. Like they had said they was literally doing some Road Runner Acme type traps and shit just to get down. Had some money left in here. They're supposed to dig some gas or something in his face, and it didn't work when he got it. And then when they opened it up, he got it in face. So, but the Miz selling it like, hey, I am sold now. You feel me? And then it turned out. But I kind of knew the Miz was going to turn. This is the Miz. You feel me? Yeah. So.
It was the most obvious rules you could see from a mile. The fact they finally got it, because I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was going to be the whole like, lights out, or something was going to happen that they weren't going to actually get their hands on, but they finally got their hands on. So that was what shocked me. Like, oh, they finally got their hands on.
Yeah, they laid them out too. So it's interesting to see where that's going to go. You feel me? Cause I want to see who is his special partner is going to be as well. Maybe another call up, or maybe
throwback
something like that. So. It's interesting. They can go a lot of ways with who his partner could be. Maybe it might be Kevin Owens' return or something like that. You feel me?
They might play off the whole him and John Cena best friends thing.
Yeah, you feel me? So, but yeah, Danhausen's killing it right now. But yeah, my moment of the night would definitely be that was a good moment though. You feel me? Now that I think about it, but you feel me? You also had Fatal Influence. They got it. They jumped on Charlotte and Alexa. They match and all this other stuff, and they interfered and jumped them. And then Rhea Ripley, Mommy came down and saved them, and now I guess they're gonna work together where it's gonna be 3-on-3. That's probably gonna be announced for Backlash as well Saturday. I feel like they're gonna announce that Friday too. So, but moment of the night was definitely probably Fatu and Royce Keys. Talking that street shit. So,
I said, no, somebody got slammed through the announce table.
That was the Joe Henry and Logan Paul, and when y'all go G down and all this other stuff. I don't know. No. Actually, it was Hikuleo. I keep calling that Tama. Yeah, he actually slammed both the twins and stuff through the table and stuff. With Solo. So and then Jacob Fatu still came out, and you feel me, and like twitched his way through the twins and stuff. Still on that, hey, he's not my tribal chief. I need this, so I love the passion for Fatu. So you feel me? Yeah, got to talk about Collision. Collision was pretty entertaining as well. Like I said, you got the whole thing that happened. First off, you feel me? I had to give for Collision had the 5-way that was actually amazing. It was the Rascals and God damn it, you feel me? You get too damn high. It was the Rascals. And was it Kevin Knight and I think it was Kevin Knight and Steve Ball, you feel me? And it was against the Death Riders and the Dogs, you feel me? That was such an entertaining match, to be honest. No, it was actually the Rascals and Young Bucks versus the Dogs
and the Death Riders.
And the Death Riders, yeah. And boy, that was you talking about this high flying. In fact, guess what about hit a nigga?
I didn't see it, but I guarantee there was a hit a nigga with a nigga moment.
Yeah, that whole match was hit a nigga with a nigga. Okay, like literally, like I'm talking about the way they were just flipping like little spider. I mean, come on, it's the Rascals and Young Bucks versus the Death Riders and the Dogs. It was just physical flying here and there and hit a nigga with a nigga and flip. Yeah, it was chaos and I loved it.
I didn't see the match, but there's two teams that you mentioned. As soon as you mentioned them, I knew there was a hit a nigga with a nigga moment in there. The Death Riders, the Young Bucks and the Death Riders. Because John Moxley loves nothing more than to pick somebody up and throw them at somebody else.
Yeah.
And the Young Bucks love nothing more than to jump at people.
Right. And flip and use each other. These amazing tag teams.
As soon as you told me those two teams, I was like, oh yeah, so there's a hit a nigga with it. I got to go back and watch it for myself. Just be like, yeah. I probably wouldn't even be able to pick. I'd be like, well.
It was so many hit a nigga with a nigga moments. Like that was amazing. You also had, like I said, Hikaru Shida kind of trying to make it up to Chris Statlander for losing the tag team champion. So now I guess it's her and they go Holly and Mia Shirakawa, whatever. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I don't think it counts. You feel me? I love you, dude. We won't be. But yeah, you feel me? But now they're gonna have a match again. She was all questioning Hikaru Shida, like, "Hey, are you the one who thought in? Chris also was she big stat daddy boo like." I'm actually liking this text Chris sat down. Like she ain't saying nothing. She just getting physical. She jacked up with Kyle. She was like, "It's your fault." I was like, "Oh shit, she about to crush the bitch."
So, I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't sold on her at first, but she winning me over.
Hey, crazy thing is I actually seen Stat Daddy up close. She is actually beautiful. I seen her naturally and I was like baked up like in some cargo shorts and a t-shirt, and I was like, "Oh my god."
I ain't gonna lie. Her and Mina Shirakawa, they both scary and around me.
Yeah. I'm
like.
But I feel the same way about the Byron opinion.
That's my
scary when arouses me.
That's my snooze.
Snooze. That's my snooze. Oh, that's classic. Yeah, future role. But yeah, you feel me? But yeah, they also had, like I said, they had the Derby match. They, like I said, they had the man just dominate what you call it. Yeah, you feel me? I think it was the man. No, it wasn't the man. They actually did have a match though. I forgot who. I think it was just a squash team and stuff like that. But yeah, just like Scott Blue had a match, he squashed somebody. You know what I mean? We see Tekla though. I like Tekla.
Welcome back, Scott Blue.
Yeah.
I need Velvet, Red Velvet back.
Red Velvet, yeah, you feel me? That's what you call it, came back. Anna Jay came back. That's who it was. You feel me? Anna Jay actually had a match and came back against Willow. You feel me? So, and it actually, yeah.
Willow,
yeah.
if you ever want to come on the show.
I know, right?
You feel me?
Yeah, you feel me?
Or if you ever just, want to get a foot massage. Or you want to go get some barbecue and get busy.
Oh, man. You shoot the shot, Willow.
I'm available. You available. Whenever you in town, let me know.
But yeah, you feel me? So, like I said, that's this week for wrestling. Make sure you tune in. We need to shout out our special guest today. We got our girl boy Frank James. You feel me? DJ Black Boy. You feel me?
So listen, matter of fact, so Thursdays, all right. The 100 was it 101's podcast.
Yes.
Make sure you check that out.
All right.
Oh man. Famous Frank James. Famous Fridays. Make sure y'all check that out. And listen, we are here with y'all every Monday, Work Rate Podcast. All right, we're gonna be discussing all things wrestling. If you have any suggestions, anything like that, hit us up on the DMs. We're gonna have a YouTube channel up soon. We're gonna have a Work Rate email, send emails, all that. We're getting everything together. We're working with what we got right now, but we're gonna get better with time. We appreciate y'all for sticking with us and anything like that. So
yeah. And we're gonna start uploading these to IG too real soon. YouTube everywhere. So, once again, appreciate y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Help get us out the streets. Trying to change my life. Follow me at DA_Triller and follow
Legendary _Sunny_G. Hey, y'all be cool like how y'all be cool. We'll see y'all.
Yeah.
Dope. I'm gonna let you do that so you can say the live.
You gotta press the round button.
Yeah. Y'all right on time. Yeah. That time. That's about an hour. Yep. Yeah, right on time.